I don't even know how to begin to encapsulate this. It's all abuse. Physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse, financial abuse, emotional abuse. I am in no way, shape, or form excusing these men, but this is a generational fucking thing. Those of us who have had a spiritual awakening, I have had 2 spiritual awakenings now. Once when I got sober, and twice when I figured out the entire reason the addiction started to begin with is because of these unhealed fucking men. And it's not just my ex, it goes back to my grandfather, it goes back to my own father, who, God love him, is handicapped, has been through a lot of trauma himself, and is currently healing. Because I held him accountable, because I was the first person in his life to be like, I'm not gonna fucking talk to you anymore if you don't stop drinking your fucking problems away. The things that have been normalized in our society is the problem, is the reason these fucking men are so unhinged and so abusive and think in their fucked up heads that they are above us just because they're physically stronger. They don't realize we are mentally and emotionally stronger. A man who leads, provides, protects. I'm not talking about providing financially even, because we can take care of ourselves at this point. I was literally paying the bills of the man that was abusing me. This is where I have to hold myself accountable for my own fucking actions. I chose to stay in that relationship because I loved him and I thought I could fix him. I did a lot of things wrong in that relationship. I was trying to compete with the way he was hurting me. I thought if I just found someone else, I could get over him. Never happened. If I could just numb myself enough, I could get through this. There is no amount of other human beings, of numbing, of anything in this world that will fucking fix any of this except us taking accountability for our own healing process, us taking accountability for whatever fucked up shit we were taught as children. Everything we do now as adults was a learned behavior. So you gotta go back and look at, how did my father treat my mom? In my life, my mom was the financial provider. My mom did everything. My mom, in my small town where I grew up, my mom was the second woman to divorce her husband in that entire town. And I was fucking angry at her for a long time until I understood what she had been through. I would have fucking left his ass too. And you wanna know who painted the narrative that it was all my mom's fault and my mom was leaving my dad? My dad's parents. But the problem here is, these men don't fucking fix themselves. They just repeat the pattern over and over and over with different women, with different faces. I see it every single day of my life. So at what point are we going to stop getting mad at the women for being mad at the fact that we are being silenced, abused, and treated like shit? There are men out there who get it. They're the only ones that are gonna be able to hold these other men accountable because they think we are the weaker species. They have no fucking idea. When a man leads, it allows the woman to be in her feminine, creative energy. That's where the spiritual depth comes in. That's where the man can have a spiritual awakening, because all of a sudden, having empathy for other humans, you're understanding what we had to go through to get here. This is all a mindfuck. This is all brainwashing. At some point in history, these unhinged men decided they were going to suppress us because they're stronger than us. Earning women that they claimed were witches, but they were spiritually gifted healers. There is an entire revolution of women holding men accountable right now, and another entire revolution of men having more anger and hostility towards women because they're holding them accountable. Fucking heal yourself. Fucking take accountability. If you can't do that, you are not a man. Don't walk around saying you're a man. You are a toddler in a man's body.